Hello all, it's Jim Johnson, aka Sulphur Blade. Welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my content, and welcome back to Football Coach College Dynasty. So we're in the middle of the season. We have a game coming up against Nebraska, and we just beat probably our toughest challenger of the year in UCLA. So let's see how things go from here. Right into the Nebraska game. We're favored by 20. We'll call heads. It is heads. We will defer to the second half and play ball. Right, we are in Nebraska, it looks like. Okay, first and 10, second and 10, third and 7, fourth and 7, punt. And we're punting. First and 10, second and 10, first and 10, first and 10, first and 10, second and 10, first and 10, second and 3, first and 10, second and 10, third 10, 41-yard field goal is good. Nebraska's on the board first. We're punting. It's first and 10, second and 7, first and 10, second and 10, first and 10, second and 3, third and 3. Time in the fourth quarter, they're punting. Looks like it's going to be a field goal apiece. It is. First and 10, second and 8, first and 10, second and 2, first and 10, second and 8, third and 10, fourth and 10, punt. Wow, we're having a rough day. Okay, first and 10, second and 10, third and 5, first and 10, second and 5, third and 12. All right, touchdown. Big gain for Nebraska. 3 seconds left, going for a field goal from 46. It's good. Second half, and we're punting already. Second and 3, first and 10, second and 10, third and 10, fourth and 14. Is Nebraska's defense going to be our undoing today? Will our offense wake up at any point? Touchdown. Second and 1, first and 10, second and 7, third and 5, fourth and 7. Fourth down and 1. Successful fourth down conversion. Okay. 28-yarder is good. Second and 10, first and 10, second and 8, third and 10, fourth and 10. Field goal defense, 50 yards. No good. Fourth and 3, 47-yarder. No. Okay, fourth down conversion. $40-yarder. Yeah, we'll go for that. It's good. Okay, first 10, second and 10. Nebraska fumbled return for a touchdown. Very nice. First and 10, second and 10, first and 10, second and 10, third and 10, fourth and 10. Nebraska turnover on downs. Nothing. Nothing. Some yards. 429 yards of offense compared to 335 for Nebraska. Nebraska's defense was rough today. But we came out on top in the end, and that's what matters, I suppose. Hopefully no injuries happened. Okay, we're now ranked number 2. We have an offensive lineman with an injury he's going to play on, evidently. Five weeks. Might as well be a season injury at this point. It's getting worse and worse. It'll be alright. Trust me, guys, it'll be alright. We still haven't gotten to our scheduled visits. Everything will work out here towards the end of the season. Just gotta have faith. Alright, this is the bye week. Alright, we're back to number 1. What's going on around the league? Colorado's number 2. Oregon's number 3. Syracuse is number 4. Ohio State 5. Oklahoma, USC, Notre Dame, Stanford, and Texas. So the undefeateds are creeping up the ladder. Iowa down here is 8-0. Missouri down here is 9-0. Interesting. Alright, I believe this is an important game for our recruiting, isn't it? Alright, we're going to run the football. We're going to stop the run. Lock in those focuses. Practice it up. Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, he is our return specialist. Maybe Having him doing returns right now isn't such a good idea. Alright, let's see how we do against Michigan. Here's all of our visitors at this game. That guy's down 1900. Sean Nixon. We have a multiplier right now, so it would be a good time to give him nil. I think that might work that way. Not sure. We'll give them 1 million nil. Alright, let's jump in the game. Heads. Wisconsin wins the toss. Defer to the second half. Play ball. Alright, first and 10, second and 2, third and 6, fourth and 6. Interception. Second and 10, third and 6, first and 10, second and 10, third and 7, first and 10, second and 10, third and 10. Punting. We're punting. Second and 10, third and 14, first and 10, second and 10, third and 4, fourth and 1. They're punting. Let's get a ground game established if we can. Touchdown. First and 10, second and 10, third and 10. 4th and 18, punt. Punting. 2nd and 10, 1st and 10, 2nd and 1, 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, 1st and 10, 2nd and 13, 3rd and 13, 4th and 13, they're punting. Mother. Punting again. 2nd and 2, 3rd and 2, 4th and 2. Grr. 1st and 10, 2nd and 8, 3rd and 8, 1st and 10, 2nd and 8. The clock run out of the quarter. Field goal. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10, 4th and 10. Touchdown. 2nd and 12, 3rd and 12, 4th and 12. "48-yarder, we'll go for it. It's good. 2nd and 8, 3rd and 10, 1st and 10, 1st and 10, 2nd and 16, 3rd and 12, 4th and 12. They punted. Touchdown. 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, 1st and 10, 2nd and 12, 3rd and 11. Punt. "44-yarder. It's good." Alright, 467 yards against Michigan, 130 for them. Time of possession gravely in our favor. We'll go for it. No injuries, please. Let's get some commitments here. We need to start getting our recruiting turned around. Kind of need several commitments coming out of this game. Okay, we got a player who recovered from an injury. We really only had one person commit. Alright, well, is what it is. Safeties. I must have been playing you on your injury then, huh? Whoever it was. Well, that's good to see. Everyone on the front page is back to us. This is the #1 recruit in the country. And we have an opportunity right now. Okay, let's figure it out. Well, we should probably at least match Ohio State, if not surpass them in their nil deal. #1 linebacker who I don't really want to see go to Ohio State University. But I'm not going to get too crazy on nil right now. we're going to run the ball, and we're going to stop the run. That's what we do here in Wisconsin. To practice it up. So in Notre Dame, we are facing the fifth staunchest defense. All right, Ohio State's back on top of the other side of the bracket. Oregon improves to 9-0 after the battle of the undefeated, say? Syracuse got their first loss to a non-ranked team. That probably hurt their chances of, yeah. So us and Oregon and Iowa are the last undefeateds. Right, Wisconsin defeats Michigan in Madison, winning 30-0. The Badgers passed for 273 yards and rushed for 194 more, and they controlled the clock, holding the ball for over 38 minutes. Wisconsin moved to 9-0 in the #1 ranking in the latest polls, while Michigan fell to 6-3 in the #15 ranking. Notre Dame hosts big game. #5 Notre Dame takes on #1 Wisconsin this week in South Bend in a highly anticipated top 5 matchup. Wisconsin has a slight talent advantage, but the two teams have similar yards per game and points per game differentials. Wisconsin has the first ranked scoring offense, putting up 39.6 points per game. Not really many games that matter this week other than ours, is it? Alright, here we go. Big game against Notre Dame. This is at Notre Dame, so we don't really have any visitors. They probably have visitors themselves for this one. Alright, heads, we'll defer to second half and play ball. First and 10, second and 11, third and 11, fourth and 11, punt. 4th and 4. We're punting. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. 2nd and 13. 3rd and 3. 1st and 10. 2nd and 4. 3rd and 3. 4th and 3. Successful 4th down conversion. 1st and 10. 1st and goal. Touchdown. Notre Dame's on the board first. We can't seem to move the ball. Interception, in fact. Field goal defense. Alright, Notre Dame's up 10. Interception. Second and 4, 3rd and 5. Punt. Right, touchdown. There's some spark of life in us. 3rd and 10, 1st and 10, 2nd and 1, 3rd and 2, punt. Touchdown. Right, we're on top for the first time this game. 2nd and 2, 1st and 10. Let's race against the clock to get into position for a score. Looks like they're going to. Well, can we at least keep them out of the end zone? No, we can't. Alright, 32-yarder to tie it up. 17 all versus Notre Dame. 2nd and 4, 3rd and 7, 1st and 10, 2nd and 4, 1st and 10, 2nd and 12, 3rd and 14, 4th and 14. Okay. Big 4th down. Alright, field goal. It is. 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 3, 1st and 10, 2nd and 7, 3rd and 1, 1st and 10, 2nd and 8, 3rd and 6, 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 1, 1st and 10, crap, first touchdown. feel like we have to go for it. Turnover on downs. Getting our first loss of the year, boys, versus Notre Dame. That's too bad. They did play a good game, though. Very talented team, obviously. Okay. This Northwestern game doesn't really matter for much of anything. We don't have any recruits at it. I mean, we don't want to lose, obviously. We shouldn't, though. Corner and a wide receiver. Go back here. Primary corner is back in the game. Who's this guy? That freshman has an awful lot of snaps. How did that happen? Well, crap. I don't think he's going to be a red shirt. recruiting, which is starting to worry me. It's just not really worth it. Yeah, I'm worried about that one. I'm not as far ahead as I would like to be. Right, we have 2 people coming back after this game. Wisconsin falls to 9-1. A close, evenly matched game saw Notre Dame defeat Wisconsin 24-20. The Fighting Irish passed for 276 yards and rushed for 59 more, and their defense held the Badgers to 2.9 yards rush yards per attempt. The second-ranked Fighting Irish moved to 9-1 on the season, while the third-ranked Badgers fell to 9-1. Ohio State faces road test. Alright, here we go. Northwestern has visitors, lots of them. Okay, Northwestern is elected to defer to the second half. We will play ball. punting. Alright, this is the type of game I was expecting to have against Northwestern. Interception. Interception. Whoa. Fumble return for touchdown. Well, that was a change of things. Okay. Touchdown. Field goal. Touchdown. Jesus. Okay, this is more than what I was expecting against Northwestern. Unbelievable. Turnover rundowns? What? We've had our way the entire game, but we couldn't get that 1 yard. All right, 673 yards of offense. What a game. Total annihilation of Northwestern. linebacker. Right. Big game against USC, big game for recruiting purposes. And some guys really got to start committing. I'm having a hard time here. Okay, we're gonna run and stop the run. Lock in the focuses. Alright, we win this game, we should be going to the Big Ten Championship versus the very talented Ohio State, more than likely. Yeah, it's looking that way. 7-1, 10. So they have one loss in the conference. We don't have any losses in the conference. So even if we lost this game, we would still end up going up against Ohio State. But we do want to win this, as it's for recruiting. Here we go. Important game for recruiting right here. Forward to the second half and play ball. First and 10, second and 10, first and 10, first and 10, second and 13, third and 11, first and goal, second and goal, third and goal. USC scored a touchdown. And we're punting. This is at home, in front of the home team. In front of the, yeah, you know what I mean. Fourth and 7, okay. It's all tied up. Second and 10, third and 9, first and 10, second and 10, third and 2, first and 10, second and 12, third and 12, fourth and 12, 46-yard field goal is good. Touchdown. Interception. Okay, that makes me feel better. Because we can do something with it. Huh. Touchdown. Third and 8, fourth and 1 for punting. A 42-yarder. It's good. We're punting. First and 10, second and 12, third and 20. Fumble return for a touchdown. Very nice. Second and 2, third and 3, fourth and 4. We went nowhere. Second and 6, third and 3, first and 10, second and 10, third and 8, first and 10, second and 12, first and goal, second goal, third and goal, fourth and goal. 3 points for them. A moral victory for us. Punting. Yeah. Second and 4, First and 10, second and 10, third and 10, fourth and 10. They're punting. Yeah, we'll take the field goal. First and 10, second and 10, third and 10, fourth and 10. Touchdown. Whoa, what the hell just happened? Return the kickoff for a touchdown for USC. We gonna kneel it out? We're gonna kneel it out. Let's get out of this game. Alright, victory over USC. Can we get some commits here, please? So this is the last visitation that matters. From here on out, there's no more visits left. So we need to be winning all of the recruiting battles at this point. If we're not, we're throwing nil at it. New injuries. Injuries we really don't want right now. Not really as many commitments as I would have liked to have had at this point. I'm not liking that either. All Wisconsin on the first page. Second page, we have some issues, though it's looking all right. We're down 600. He loves his nil. Give him $1 million. Yeah. With these guys, please start committing. I am really getting a bit stressed over the recruiting situation. Even though I shouldn't be, we seem to be all right. We're in a good position recruiting wise. It's just nobody's committing. Okay, Oregon is still 12-0. Are there any more perfect teams out there? There's a 12-0 Missouri. Alright, Wisconsin caps regular season with a win. Wisconsin beats USC 41-20, earning their 11th win of the season. The Badgers passed for 232 yards and rushed for 189 more, and their defense held the Trojans to just 1.7 rush yards per attempt. The number 2 ranked Badgers moved to 11-1 in the season, while USC fell to 8-4 in the number 18 ranking. Advancing the bye week. Hey, we got a commitment. Maybe. Okay, wide receiver is back. They threw more nil at him. Okay, the big game. Can we come away on top of the Big Ten? 11-1 versus 11-1. Basically the two best teams in the country. This is the national championship before the national championship, if you will. They have a safety issue, defensive lineman, offensive lineman. We have our primary running back is hurt. Let's see how that affects us. It's heads. Ohio State wins the toss. Ohio State is elected to receive the ball. It's snowing in the Big Ten Championship. First and 10, second and 10, third and 3, fourth and 3, first and 10, second and 9, third and 9, first and 10, first and goal, touchdown, Ohio State. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Second and 4, first and 10, second and 10, third and 9, fourth and 9. Clock run out of the quarter. Pulled off some big plays in that drive. Second and 9, third and 10, fourth and 10. Alright. Start chewing clock. Punt. Second and 13, third and 13, fourth and 21. Touchdown, Wisconsin. First and 10, second 11, third 9, fourth and 9. Punting. Second and 7, third and 1. Second and 5, first and 10, second and 10, first and 10, second and 8. Punt. Second and 5, first and 10, second and 4, third and 3, first and 10. Big touchdown for Ohio State. Big touchdown for us. Second 11, third and 13, fourth and 15. All right. Let's move the ball. Oh, man. on 45-yarder. It's good. And 10, first and 10, second and 1, third and 1, first and 10, second and 10, third and 8, first and 10, second and 11, third and 13, first and goal, second and goal, touchdown. Oh man. This sucks. Gonna have to punt and rely on our defense here. Whew, beautiful punt. I want that safety. Throw the world at them. Yes! Woohoo! Huge safety. Alright, kneel on it. Let's get out of here with the victory in the Big Ten Championship. Big Ten champion, Wisconsin Badgers. Wisconsin's 4th conference championship. Nice. Alright, playoff selection slow. Here we go. Nebraska comes in at number 25. Missouri evidently got a loss at probably an inopportune time in their season to become 12-1, and the number 24 seed, Maryland, number 23, Florida State, 22, Penn State, 21, Alabama, 20. Alabama will not be in the championship this year. Nice to see. Golden Bears, 19, Trojans, 18, Baylor, 17, LSU 16, Pittsburgh 15, Michigan gets shoved out of the playoffs at 14, and who's in the stink hole? Texas. UCLA narrowly gets into the playoffs, Syracuse as well, Clemson, Stanford, Iowa still undefeated, Colorado, Ohio State, UCF Knights, 12-1, Notre Dame, who we lost to this year, Oklahoma, Wisconsin, and number 1 is Oregon. Okay. Honestly, I'm most worried about Notre Dame. In the Rose Bowl is Michigan. In the Orange Bowl is USC. So we're rooting for Michigan. We're rooting for USC. In the Cotton Bowl, Penn State. We're rooting for Penn State. In the Fiesta Bowl is Maryland. We're rooting for Maryland. And in the Peach Bowl is Nebraska. We're rooting for Nebraska. Let's see the Big Ten represent and pull in a bunch of these bowl wins. Alright, we have a first round bye. Congratulations, you made the playoff as the number 2 seed. New injuries. Not optimal right there. Not optimal either. These injuries are coming at a bad time. Can we get some people signed? Ooh, this is a close one. We narrowly eked that one out. We had to buy him over to us. Right. Take him. And safety. We will take him. Remove those guys from target. We on one page? No, we still have 2 pages. And I don't think I sorted by. We look to be ahead in all of the battles, which is good. No pitch for the number 1 recruit in the nation. Well, we seem to be up by 1,200 points with them, so. Well, we got our strong safety back. Let's go through this bye week. The award ceremony. Okay, we got quarterback Levi Abbott from the Ducks. Running back Emilio Bellamy from Iowa. Quarterback Landon Harris from Oklahoma. Quarterback Maximus Holiday from San Diego State. And quarterback Leonardo Summers from The Ohio State University. And the winner is Leonardo Summers from The Ohio State University. Show full results. We had somebody close in 8th place. Defensive Player of the Year. We've got Defensive lineman Devin George of Oklahoma. We have linebacker Emilio Knowles of Oklahoma. We have cornerback Lance Lilly from Notre Dame. We have cornerback Evan Nicholson from Baylor. And linebacker Kyle Peterson from our own Wisconsin Badgers. Survey says Devin George, the defensive lineman for Oklahoma. Okay, freshman of the year. Quarterback Connor Hussein for the Tar Heels. Wide receiver Isaiah Montgomery for the Wisconsin Badgers. Cornerback Graham Osborne for our Badgers. Linebacker Joshua Walker for Oklahoma. And cornerback Vincent Wilkinson for UCF. And the answer is Isaiah Montgomery, the wide receiver for us, the Wisconsin Badgers. We had 3 people going for freshman of the year. Actually, no, we had 4. Very nice. That means we have a young, talented team. And coach of the year? Yours truly, once again. Alright, All-Americans. First team offense. Isaiah Montgomery, Octavio Lester, Gianni Hardy, and Marcus Kramer, the kicker. Right, first team, All-American defense, Kyle Peterson and Rodolfo Vu, our talented safety. Second team offense, Adrian Allen, Giovanni Red. Second team defense, Rory Houston, Roderick Lewis, Marcus Kramer, the punter. Third team offense, third team defense, Emiliano Whitehead, can't say his name. All right, nice to see. All conference. First team All Big Ten offense. First team All Big Ten defense. Second team All Big Ten offense. Second team defense. Here's our award winners. Very nice. And the award ceremony. Somebody's signing. A wide receiver. Running back has recovered. Points ahead estimate. We're on to one page now. So something I do like about what I'm seeing here is the number 2 team in many of these is the Ohio State University, which means, and as well as a bunch of Alabamas as well. So we're stealing a lot of talent from Alabama and the Ohio State University, which is great. Right, we should have a linebacker back. Okay, there we are. And here we go. Okay. Linebackers are healthy. We're going to run the ball, and we are going to stop the run. That's what we do here in Wisconsin. Right, game plan is set and ready. How have we done here on our boosters? We have accomplished all the booster objectives. It looks like it. We got our 9-game win streak in, barely. Notre Dame, I think, just ended it at 9 games. We got all the all-conference winners we were needing. Yeah, so all the booster objectives are golden. 41% out of 30, 139 carries out of 50, 45% out of 40, 53%. Actually, no, it's targets. Easily got the targets. 55% of snaps out of 40, and 55% of snaps out of 40. So we're all good there. Why does it look like we haven't adjusted our cornerbacks? Because we haven't. And we need to adjust tight ends. Right, what's in the league news? Colorado beat Clemson, Stanford destroyed Iowa, UCLA knocked out UCF, Ohio State beat Syracuse. Okay, Sugar Bowl, Orange Bowl, USC. Has that been played? No. Damn, Ohio State's on our side of the bracket. Well, we should easily beat Colorado. There is the off shot that Oklahoma might pull off an upset on Ohio State. Either way, it's going to be a tough opponent that we're going to face after Colorado. Then there's Oregon over here against Notre Dame. I don't think I'm that worried about Oregon. Notre Dame did beat us earlier in the year. Anyway, I could see Notre Dame winning this side of the bracket and facing us. I'm gonna predict it's gonna be us and Ohio State, and it's gonna be Notre Dame and Oregon, and then we're gonna have to beat Ohio State, and I'm gonna give Notre Dame the edge over Oregon, and it'll be us versus Notre Dame again, the one team that beat us this year. Maybe we'll be able to sweep past them in the national championship. Anyway, that's a prediction. There's lots of things that could go wrong in that prediction, but those that prediction, we'll see it unfold in the next episode. I'm James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade. This is my content. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If so, please smash that like button, consider subscribing, and until the next time, all, peace.